One. What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Comic Book Women Presents the Covrprice Runners Up for the week ending April 8th, 2025. If you were flooding over from the top 10 and you were in the offer, which I don't think a lot of you were, here's your opportunity to get on the board. We'll be right back. All right, it's official. It's Tuesday. You got the full crew of comic book women here, which is kind of a rarity nowadays. So welcome in, guys. Before we get started, shout out to our sponsors over at Covrprice. All the information you see tonight is going to be coming directly from them. So use the code in the description if you want to try it out for just $1. And shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. Same deal. There's a code in the description that you guys can use towards anything on the site. I don't know if it works towards like brand new exclusives, but try it anyway. Maybe it will. I was like, oh, they're using Nirvana. Let that one slide. Anyway, Jen, how's it going?
It's good. It's busy. Pre-con. Yay.
Okay, how many books have you put into Covrprice so far? Exclusives only?
Well, I think that Hannah and Isabella have put in way more. But currently, C2E2 2025 is 361. But I didn't do all of them. I did like
361 exclusives for this con.
That's crazy.
That blows my mind. There we go. Namesh, what's up? Good to see you. Our other sponsor in the chat. Okay, before we get started with the show, can we just talk about this? I'm curious if you're in the chat, weigh in. What do you guys think about that amount of exclusives at a con?
I mean, I think there's more for SDCC.
San Diego.
And I think also New York also has more. I think they're in the 500s.
This feels like the old days. I remember when I first started going to C2E2, there was a lot of con exclusives. There's even an exclusive from C2E2 itself, which is what I remember hasn't happened in a long while. And 300, like, I'm in overload right now. My mind's just like blown. I don't know what to pick, but it's very cool that maybe people are getting more interested in doing exclusives at C2E2.
I mean, again, like SDCC, New York, and I think third would probably have to be, well, wait, MegaCon?
I don't know how many are at MegaCon or WonderCon even. Or Emerald City Comic Con. That one probably doesn't have as many because not as many people go to that one, which is the one I actually want to go to. So Namesh is saying exclusives should only be available at the con. Now you can pre-order and some exclusives are on whatnot. Mm-hmm. Okay, so interesting you bring that up because we've done con exclusives and we've always pre-sold a small amount beforehand. Mm-hmm. And the reason we do that is because a lot of our people are like online only customers. So we feel like we have to accommodate that. But I always feel a little bit dirty doing it. Not going to lie. I always do. I'm always like, oh, I don't know if we should be doing this. But it's kind of become a staple. And Anthony always says that it helps the retailer pay for, hi, Ant, for the con trip itself, which is true too. What do you think about doing a con exclusive before the con?
What?
Like selling a little bit online before the con.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Why'd you freeze like T-Rex? We can see.
Oh, I thought you were on your other channel where they don't have the camera up.
We can see, buddy.
Like Bigfoot.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy, what do you think?
Doing like con exclusive, I don't know.
You're gonna be there. It's fine.
What? Well, because a lot of people aren't there anymore. Like Whatnot doesn't necessarily attend the con, but they do.
I don't like that. It's like if you're doing a con exclusive and you're not at the con, why?
That's a no, yeah.
Why?
And you can't. And I wouldn't ship them till after the con too. A lot of people try to jump the gun and get all their shipping done ahead of time, and it shouldn't go out. Like the con people should get it in their hands physically first.
Yes, yes. It's just like then don't call it a con exclusive. Don't call it a con. It's like it could be an exclusive I'm releasing during the con, but it's not a con exclusive if you're not there. And people are getting it before it's released it's just, for me, you're taking away that experience for the, I don't know, it's an exclusive. That's an exclusivity you're getting from going to a con. So if I cannot make it to the one in Chicago, but it's like, oh man, like I'm gonna be like, hey friend Jen, give me one since I can't make it, like, you know, because I can only get it. You taking that rarity out of that comic, you know, like it's.
I don't disagree with you. I really don't. Like I get what you're saying there. It's not a C2E2 con exclusive. Well, speaking of exclusives, Jen wanted us to share this really quickly. We'll start it off with this. Jen, what is this?
So this is just if you have Covrprice and you go, it should be easy to find. Should be in the what's that called?
Ooh. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. It's on the first banner on the Covrprice main page. If you slide across on the banner, it's one of those links.
And then Laura toggled to like highest pre-selling. So I thought it was interesting to see how many people. Some actually are the actual dealer, and then some are just people who think that they'll get it. Right? Like if you're pre-selling it, you don't have it in hand.
Are you talking about like on eBay where they're saying like, hey, I have 5 copies and they don't have 5 copies. They're hoping to get 5 copies.
Like whenever I see the actual shop selling it on eBay, it's one thing versus like someone who doesn't have it in hand. And it's like, oh, oof, that's a gamble.
Sorry, I'm just looking at what they have coming out this year. Nothing is speaking to me this year. Nothing, which is so rare for me. Normally, I'm like, oh, I have to get this one, but I don't know. Anyway,
I like
all right.
JTC Mary Jane. That's the one I'm going to.
Wasn't even on the first page for one of the highest selling though,
because it hasn't sold. Because so that one I think people know they might not get. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to pre-list and pre-sell it because I might not get it, and that's going to suck. So like I think. You'll probably see.
So these are where like the ones that you're more likely to be able to get without worrying about it, and the ones that are harder to get you won't see until later.
I mean, I would suppose that. But yeah, JTC and wait, because he also has the Venom one, right? No.
Yes, he has the Venom foil, and then he has the Mary Jane, which. I believe he said that he's only doing certain amounts every day. So that's kind of cool.
So if you go here, it'll say, sorry, no results for a second, but then it populates. And these are all of them.
And then if you'll see like the booth number and the price that they're saying it's going to be.
All right, Jen, what's one that you want? I'll search it. And then we'll get started with the show, I promise.
I want that Godzilla versus Chicago one.
Oh, the C2E2 one?
Yeah, so it'll be at the C2E2 booth.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely getting that one, Jen.
All right.
We're going to head to it first because we know where it is. And we should get Tim Seeley's autograph signature because he's going to be there, as always.
Booth 949. So see what I mean? This is a very handy tool if you guys are attending this con or any con, really. They kind of take all the legwork out for you. So instead of walking around aimlessly, you kind of know exactly where you want to go. You can even kind of create a little map of who you want to stop at first. Yeah, that's very, very neat. So shout out to Covrprice. Let's get started, shall we? If you are just joining, we are covering 20 through 12, aka the runners up list for this week. Sarah, we'll start with you.
Absolutely. I promise we'll start at number 20.
Yeah, number 20, Sarah.
So we've kind of seen this cover before. This is Spider-Man #1, Todd McFarlane, the silver cover. This is one of McFarlane's most iconic Spider-Man artwork. Since its issues debuted, hundreds of homages across a wide variety of comic books have been released. This is the book that started it all. This past week, this book experienced explosive amounts of sales on the aftermarket. It is a book that tends to swim back into our top lists during slow news weeks. Isn't that true? Hey, we've tracked 35 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of, this is crazy, 289%, with a high sale of $84 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current near mint fair market value of $15. Like I say, a steal, a steal, a steal, a steal.
Yeah, the homages to this book are never ending. It's up there with like 300. You just see it over. I actually think somebody at the con's doing a Marvel Rivals homage to this.
No.
With the suit from the game.
Right, yeah.
Mm.
Which, yeah, it's cool.
I like.
What do you guys?
There's one that's the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. I like that one. That's homaging.
In Monsters, Mark Spears just did an homage to this with Dracula, right?
I mean, there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. We've seen some bad ones. And there's some okay, but it's so overdone that it's just kind of every time you see one, it's like, ugh, again.
Right?
Yeah.
I agree with Lucy.
But I mean, if people keep buying it, if I don't know, is there a way to know, Laura, like that people are actually buying them? That's why they keep making them?
Oh, like selling out?
Yeah.
Well, what like how? I wouldn't know. Like if other retailers are putting up the numbers, because I mean, this is a whole like we can go down a rabbit hole here. If they're putting up the numbers that they say they're selling, then yeah.
Well, I think a way to know if you see them on the top 10 of list and stuff like that, then you will know, oh shit, it's selling out.
Oh, the
but how often do we see them?
I mean,
on
I haven't
the top
seen
10
the Monsters one, but I have a feeling we will, because that one's going to be at C2E2, and I have a feeling the Monsters homage is going to show up. I think there's 3 different variations of it with like the silver, gold, and red webbing. So in that case, yeah, the top 10 would give you, because the top 10 is looking at units sold and percentage growth. So it's really looking at eBay, who's buying what on eBay and what's standing out the most. This type book, though, when you see it on like the runners up, I like seeing it's kind of like Spawn, because people are always trying to find these type of blue chip comics. They just want to add them to their collection.
It's hard to find.
Classic. It's classic.
Yeah, it's really hard to find. $85 for a 9.8 doesn't seem tough like that bad to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 20, Spider-Man #1, Todd McFarlane, the silver cover. And yeah, let's keep on going. Lucy, you're up next, and then I'll go back to Jen.
I knew you were going to pick me.
I had a pick, I thought this was a good one for you. Yeah.
You know what? And I was excited because I was kind of like waiting for this. And oh my God, I'm sad. I missed out on this book and I want it now after reading this. I was Fashion School Serial Killer, issue #1 by Jay Lee. Death Suez Dress? Suez? Am I saying right?
Death So's Address.
Death So's Address. 1 out of 10. And oh my God, this cover is insane. Like, before I read more of this, do you guys see what it is? It's skin. It's faces of people on this. The ear, like you can see. Oh, it's so creepy, so crazy, and wow! I'm like, I want this book. If there's a reason, if there's one thing we love, it's a good old fashioned serial killer centric storyline. This book makes into our list because of the raving reviews after its release. It's bold, fresh, new storyline about a fashion student who is fighting her urges to kill and use deceased skin to create leather garments. It's wild. This dark humor story has caught the eye of many, and the 1 out of 10 retailer incentive became an immediate must-have. It's very popular and is still mostly priced on the aftermarket. For fans of unique storylines, this book might be what you were looking for. We tracked 22 copies sold at 7-day growth trend for 9%, with a high sell of $15 for a Nearman Rock copy and a current Nearman for $10. So,
which isn't bad. So it's selling at ratio, but yeah, this book is like Cruella de Vil.
Love it, human.
I really like Derek's comment was funny.
That's why kind of like snickered a little bit.
Comics Men and Amazing Cut. Oh, they just, not to be rude, they still around. I haven't been on my Instagram as much, but they're still around. I need to check it out, I guess.
I think they're kind of around. Yeah. I think there was like a divide. There was a divide of ownership there.
Okay, gotcha, because I haven't seen much. Okay. I mean, you look at Whoa, this is an awesome sauce. Okay.
I really liked Eric's comment though, because the size of the lamb.
Yeah, this is I love this. And I like the little teddy bear necklace hanging like psycho. It's so good.
You gotta accessorize, right? You gotta accessorize with
Yes.
your coat.
I'm going to say this. Read the tea leaves on this book. I think there's potential for this to become something. And the only cover I wanted was this one. I'm kind of having a love affair with Jay Lee right now. All of his books are just speaking to me. I went through a Frizzen phase for a while, but I think I'm over that. And now I'm just Jay Lee. Everything I see of Jay Lee's, I want immediately. And yeah, this is one of them. I think I have a couple of them already, and I'm going to keep trying to track down as much of his stuff as I can. So what do you guys think, though? Maybe one day could be optioned.
You know, that's the first thing I thought. Like, this could be a movie. I mean, a show. This could be a series. Like, I could see this, and it would be a hit because all the people that they like, Dexter and all this. Yes, Jay Lee.
Yeah, Jay Lee.
Yep, that's his style. Like you recognize right away. Like he has that trademark that on everything that he does. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and I've been I haven't been buying as much books, but every time anything will come out, like I will buy, even though if it was in keys or anything. I just liked it. I like his art.
Yeah, it's growing on me. Like I don't know. Lately, it's been speaking to me. I think like sometimes you go through phases with artists where it's like, oh, I want this artist all the time, or I want this one. And
well, I feel like you got a lot of Friesen's hard to find key.
So now like the hunt's kind of over.
So I feel like if she comes up with like a really high ratio or hard to find thing that you like, I think you can go back to Friesen. But yeah, you already kind of got a lot of hers out of the. I was like, damn, that was quick.
You know, yeah. I kind of feel the same way, unfortunately. But I haven't found my other artist yet, so maybe we'll. But you know, I was just thinking about this. If this the trade paperback came out, you know, it'd be really cool if it was. I don't know if you guys ever remember the Evil Dead movie had come out, and then it was the Necronomicon, which was like kind of like skin-like.
Mm-hmm.
The cover.
Mm-hmm. That would be that's really right. We covered it on a show, didn't we? A long time ago, Jen.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked. Oh, that's so weird. Yes, Sarah, right? I know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah. So that would be great as a trade for this series, don't you think? If they would be kind of like with like faces kind of poking out.
You just tapped into like my buried comic book knowledge. That was weird. All right, number 19. I was a fashion school serial killer. Number 1, Jay Lee, Death Sews a Dress, 1 in 10, selling at ratio. But the story is not one I would sit on if I were you. Just my advice. Jen, you're up next. Perfect for Jen.
I know. Was this last week we were talking about?
This week you were talking about this.
So this is the G.I. Joe Real American Heroes Silent Missions edition number 21. It's the reprinting facsimile. This is the foil one for 25. It's funny because this one also had that 40th anniversary reprint. So it's awesome. But so I'm really excited. Like, because again, I can never own the original because it keeps just being right out of the price range that I'm willing to like pay for. And I'm like, well, I probably would have just gotten the regular, but the foil's cool because I did see it in hand and it's nice. But weren't they supposed to reboot G.I. Joe?
There were rumors about it, but I haven't heard anything in a hot minute. Unless you guys know something I don't.
I haven't not heard anything. I think are you talking movie wise? You're talking.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a reboot. I thought they were gonna like try again.
I have not heard anything in the whispers in the wind, so I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, with this whole Void Rivals, maybe there will be something.
G.I. Joe's intimidating, I think, for most collectors. It's kind of like hopping in with like Transformers or what's another one? Like there's just so much that you've inevitably missed out on that it's hard to kind of like know where to jump in with this series. That's why I've never really become super into it. I know the basics around G.I. Joe, but I can't say I'm invested in it because like I didn't feel connected. Huh?
You didn't. The more you know.
What?
You didn't grow up like watching the cartoons. The more you know.
Well, no, I remember seeing the cartoons like in passing, but I can't tell you like any of their names. Like I just, yeah.
Shipwreck. Scarlet. Lady Jane.
Scarlet, I know. Okay, because we did cover her. Scarlet, I know. She was pretty.
What was the? Wasn't there
Duke?
A wrestler. What was his name?
With the glasses and the mustache.
I can see it. It's Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter.
Duke's the old hot guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they made him Channing Tatum.
See, like I know certain things like that, but I'm just like not like Jen level when it comes to G.I. Joe. I don't know. Sergeant Slaughter, that's a thing.
Yeah, he had the mustache and the thing big and the hat.
Yeah, Zartan.
Jen, you would be great at charades. All right, number 18, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Silent Missions, number 21, the Ed Hannigan and Klaus Janson 2025. Let's see, Jen, we tracked 9 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 13% with a high sale of $40 for a near mint and a current near mint fair market value of $32. Lucy, you are up next. Giving her a heads up, Lucy. There you go.
Or I'm up next.
Sarah, you're up next. Damn, this just made me look like boom. It wasn't even my turn, Laura.
Did you get the eyes? She burned right
She's like a silent actor because she's always muted, but you can tell what she's thinking through her like facial expressions. Good Lord. That was a haha, you were wrong. Sarah, it's your turn.
Yeah. So number 17, we've got The Last Boy, number 1, Adam Hughes, Virgin, 1 in 25. This Tinkerbell cover continues to draw the eyes of many. I think I watched you guys do the top 10 last week, and I think the question was, what is Tinkerbell whispering in Peter Pan's ear? We'd all love to know.
Oh my God, I didn't realize it was an ear. Sorry. I was like, what is happening?
It was a human cake. It was a flesh covered.
Whoops.
Anyways, the story itself has been doing well for retelling of the Peter Pan fairy tale. But this cover is taking the aftermath by storm because it's Adam Hughes. It has even outpaced the 1 in 50 variant in terms of value. So fans just love the Tinkerbell and all her pixie dust. We've tracked 8 copies sold at a 7-day. What's that?
You think they're looking at her pixie dust?
Oh, yeah, no.
If that's what you're calling it.
No.
If that's what you want to call it. Pixie dust.
Her Tinkerbells.
Her Tinkerbells. That's what it is.
That's what they're looking at. So yeah, we've tracked 8 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 2% with a high sale of $140. Crazy. For a near mint raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value. And this is insane, but I get it. We all love Adam Hughes for $119. Crazy.
Okay. I can't get past the giant ear that Lucy didn't see. That's all I look at when
I wasn't looking at the damn ear. Like my eyes go straight to her knockers. Like I couldn't it take. And then I started seeing I'm like, oh shoot, that's ear. I thought it was
it eerie for you? Get the joke?
Story, yes. I thought it was kind of I don't know, like a flower or something. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. Yeah.
Well, I do think that Dan Panasian, sorry. He's been on fire. He did the Alice Ever After stuff. That story was okay to me. This one is better, but I ordered the Andrew Curry. It's in the other room, and it's fantastic. To me, it's everybody's scrambling over the Hughes, but I'm like, has anybody looked at the Andrew Curry? It's so well done. It's beautiful pencil work. You have Peter Pan barely flying over the top, and you're looking up on the ship, and the perspective's so good, and the golden hook. Yeah, that's what I got.
You read it, Laura?
I did. This is actually the first issue's a little bit slower than what I was anticipating. Could I spoil or is it too soon?
Well, I was going to say, what's the gist of the
you recommend it?
I would recommend it. Yes, that's not spoiling anything. Yeah, but I got the Edge of Curry the other day, and I ordered it directly from Boom Studios too, and I like it.
All right, I want you to spoil it. Spoil it.
No.
Why?
Because we should read it. We should read it.
I barely got it, so there's a lot of people that probably haven't read it yet. I got mine yesterday. So.
What does it have to do with?
Peter Pan. It's a different take on Peter Pan. Like, so you know, like the absolutes, it kind of reminds me of that, but like with Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, American Man.
What were we gonna say, Jen?
I'm surprised that I forgot who said this to me, that they were expecting the one that you bought for someone to do a gilded or a foil of the gold on the cover, and no one has.
Well, Boom Studios doesn't just like let you do anything. They're a little bit trickier. They should have just done it to begin with, since it was their ratio anyways. Like that, I think that would have made it sell better. But all right, anyway. Number 17, the last boy, number 1, Adam Hughes, 1 in 25, coming in at almost 5 times ratio, guys. So if you got a hold of that one, well played. What do we have next, Lucy?
Now, my turn. Marvel Rivals number 1, Peach Momoko Virgin, 1 out of 100. And before Marvel Rivals was released as an extremely popular hero shooter, most fans had forgotten about Galacta. The daughter of Galactus was part of a small part of Marvel Comics universe. However, Marvel Rivals put her front and center and gave her a whole new fan base. And makes perfect sense that this recently released 1 out of 100 Momoko cover is highly trending. Not only does it feature Galacta, but it's also featuring the equally popular Jeff the Land Shark. We track 10 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend of 13% with a high sell of 1 out of 50 for a Nearman rock copy in the current Nearman. When it's like Nearman and in the FMV, what is that? What does that mean? Like
fair market value.
I think I ask every time and I forget every time. Yeah, fair market value at 123. I love this cover. I really think it's so cute. I love the purples on this. Like I just love this cover. I think it's so cute. I know we have seen it a few times. I think was it on the 1 out of 10 too? Did it make it to there? Because I know we've seen it up here on the top 20, but I wasn't sure if it made it to the top 10. But yeah, I love this cover. I think it's so cute, and I'm glad it's on the. I think Peach Momoko did an amazing job with this one, and I'm glad it's still doing well.
I feel like she had a lot of time with this, because if you look at all the detail that she put into it, and like the positioning and like the coloring and how he's like up and around her shoulder, this was not a rush job. This was, she had time.
Sarah?
Yeah, totally agree. I wish if they're gonna do another reprint of this, Marvel, if you're listening, I know you watch. I would love like little. I'm gonna sound like Jen. I would love little spot foils in the stars. I think that would be very cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I wish Marvel would pay attention. Marvel, what's up? Little tiny details like that make it feel so much more special. That's
yes,
right.
All right, number 16, Marvel Rivals, number 1, Peach Momoko Virgin, 1 in 100. And yeah, like Lucy said, we have a fair market value of $123 for a near mint. Not too shabby, so it's coming in about 25% over ratio. Jen?
This is Invincible number 25, the first appearance of Science Dog. I'm so behind on watching a ton of shows, and season 3 is one of them. Are you guys up to date with Invincible?
I'm up to date. And on Daredevil for tonight's episode. I haven't watched, obviously. But.
It's out already? Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so out of it. Like with everything that is like the shows and everything, I'm like not with the times.
I mean, it's really good. I remember watching other seasons and liking it. Awesome Sauce. We used to do a like, what'd you call it? Like a recap, reading corner. Tried to read something and then talk about it.
We did that with Thor.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
No,
that was before Sarah.
Yeah,
it was funny, kids.
It was. You guys cheated.
It was a hard book for me.
We should do that with Last
We cheated with Comic Storian. That's sad.
How about Last Boys?
R.I.P.
Which one? We should try that with Last Boys.
Yeah, I'd be down with Last. Yeah, if you guys want to read it, I would be fine with that.
What'd you say? Which one?
Last Boys.
Lost Boys?
Last Boys. The one that we just did cover for.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Anyways, what do you have to say about this one, Jen?
I mean, I don't have it. I regret. Okay, this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping at C2E2 that there's an omnibus. Sometimes there's like a trades guy who will sell omnibuses for cheap because there's like a tear in the cover, or there's like a ding or something. I don't care. Like that's how I read Walking Dead, the first 45, because it was $20, and I was like, oh, 40 something comics for $20. Yes. So I need to read Invincible because I've only seen the TV show.
I've only seen the TV show too because I've been priced out of the Invincible comics. So yeah, I'm with you. Maybe I could ask Anthony to order me one too.
Omnibus?
Mm-hmm. We had some in the shop, but they sold so fast.
But go to your library.
No, I want to own it and then pass it to other people to also love it. Because that's what I do with Walking Dead is I gave to somebody else after I was done. So other people, you get them. It's the
addicted. I gotcha. You're the dealer. Totally get it. Jen is the pusher of comics.
Well, there you go, guys. Number 15, Invincible number 25. We tracked 8 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 24%. This is hitting the list, obviously, because of the finale. So keep that in mind. With a high sale of $50 for a near mint raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $42. What?
Is Science Dog in the finale?
Well, so this is what it says. Comic books hit our top list with the explosive finale of the 3rd season.
Okay, I need to watch it. Okay,
does anybody watch it? Okay, I'm not gonna say too much. If you haven't watched it, then you'll figure it out as we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Next up, what do we have for number 14?
Can I do this one and Sarah can do the other one?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Number 14, Storm. I love this cover. I think out of all the revivals, this is like one of my favorite ones, honestly. Storm and what is it called? The Peach Momoko one. Those are like, I guess, my 2 top favorites of the revivals. But I don't know. What do you guys think? It's beautiful, right? Do you guys like it?
Has anybody played this game but me?
No, just you.
No, you don't play video games. See, we were supposed to play it when you came into town.
I can't come into town. I'm strapped to a comic book store. I told you guys. It's like time consuming. But I've played this. You guys could all play it without me and then we could discuss afterwards. Okay, Storm's actually kind of a pain in the ass character to play with, though. I don't like playing with her because she's always like, I always feel too vulnerable.
You need to have like a lot of finesse.
To
be Storm? I don't know, because like I feel like she's vulnerable because you're floating around a lot. So I kept getting shot. Anthony, what do you think of the Rivals game?
It's beautiful chaos.
Yeah, he plays every night, like for hours every night.
Oh, I don't play.
Who's his character?
If I'm just playing like a fighter, I like the Punisher.
Yeah, because he has the turret.
Yeah, and let me think. If I'm playing a healer, I'm Jeff. And if I'm gonna go with a tank, usually it's either Thing or a Groot.
Thing's overpowered though.
No, they nerfed him. He's back down to earth.
So like the way that these squads, would you call it a squad? Mm-hmm. The squads work is you have to have one from each little category.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna win, you have to have one from each category.
If you're gonna win, Ann said. Yeah, I'll come in here at 2 a.m. He's playing Marvel Rivals. I'm like,
that's so funny. Okay, so this one, it makes sense that Goddess will be making waves in the aftermarket. Storm Marvel Rivals covers has been trending since the release back in January. The game has been doing very well, obviously, playing till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Even recently announcing that it will be releasing new character each month. With such a strong following, the Marvel covers are going to be a hot commodity. Did I say it right? Because last time I was having a hard time. Remember?
Perfect.
Commodity. Remember? I'm proud of me. I'm proud of myself.
Well done.
We track 7 copies sold at 7-day growth trend of 38% with a high sale of $50 for a near mint raw copy and current raw near mint for what's it? Fair market value. There you go. $37. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you.
Nailed it. Lucy's insanely smart. She speaks 2 languages fluently, which just blows my mind. Because
you know what? It's funny because you say that, but I mean, I should be like, just shut up and take it, right? But I can, obviously. Shut up and take it. That sounds so dirty. Wow, Laura. But sometimes like I forget the words. Like I forget in Spanish and in English, and I'm like, because I'm trying to like process it, like, and I'm like, oh, I can't remember the name of the word. Oh, how to say the word that I'm trying to say.
I think you do great.
Thanks.
I love it. I love it when Lucy texts me in Spanish because my mother-in-law does the same
I don't
thing.
like that. I have to like go to Google Translate and figure out what she's saying. I'm like,
sometimes I'm talking to my friend, like my friends who speak Spanish, or my mom, my family, whatever. I'm on the phone, and then I go to Sam, and I start talking to him in Spanish, and then Sam's like, "Get?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, sorry." I'm like, "It's so funny."
It's cute. Number 14, Storm number 4, NetEase Marvel Rivals. Lucy already gave you the stats flawlessly, so let's just keep on going. Sarah, you are up.
All right. So, hey, we have a Mark Spears on our list. Yep. So we've got Spawn 356, the Mark Spears regular cover. I do really love this cover. It's his classic blue, his blues and his greens. I love that he uses those 2 kind of primary colors. But a character like Spawn always generates heat with a badass cover, obviously. Likewise, Mark Spears' covers have been immensely popular since the debut of his series, Monsters. Combine these 2 factors and you get a trending variant cover that every collector is chasing. This Mark Spears cover has been trending for a few weeks now as fans chase down earlier covers from this fantastic artist. We've tracked 9 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 41%, with a high sale of $80 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of crazy $22, which that's not bad at all. $22 for a Mark Spears these days? That's pretty reasonable.
Off a cover, which is $2.99.
Right.
All right.
I agree with Derek's comment. He hasn't been doing Spawn. He needs to do more.
We'll start with you, Jen. Do you think the market is oversaturated with Mark Spears? Somebody messaged me about this today, and I have my own opinion, but I'm curious what you guys think.
I think he's just doing what every other artist that gets hot does.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you look at Peach, you look at, like, everyone, like, he's just, and there's a lot of really great covers that he's done. Now, I agree with Derek. More Spawn, please, because he has so many awesome Spawn covers. But yeah, it's not like he's the first person to do it, right? Mm-hmm. You're not like, oh man, what's he doing? It's like, if you're big, you work, and this is what he's doing.
Especially as an artist, right? As an artist, you're like, if the iron's hot, you keep. But I don't feel like his is okay with Momoko. Everybody keeps comparing Spears to Momoko. Momoko did have like a really fast rise, but I don't feel like she held as consistently as Mark has.
But it was like almost 2 years of solid covers from multiple different titles. Like if you were to Google how many covers Peach Momoko has done, it would be in the time that she's been
volume though or value.
I'm saying the volume. Like her volume is she just did a ton of work and just kept getting it and kept doing it. And I remember hearing people like, "Oh, I'm tired of Peach," and it's like, really? Because she still knocks out fire covers every now and then. Like it. I can't get mad at it. I'm like, it is what it is. Now, granted, I'm starting to get this thing where I wonder if, like, when I go to C2E2, I want to ask certain creators and artists this question. When you do an image like this, and then the distributor, the publisher, puts a filter of a color on it, do you get paid multiple times? Right? Like, so for Dynamite, when he does all these Thundercats covers, right? And it's like purple, green,
the Vampirella
yellow
cover.
Like, does he get, or does he only get paid once? Because that's where I'm curious. Because if he gets paid a little bit for each different variation, that's really cool, good for him. But if people are just making money off their backs, then I'm a little like, oh, it sucks. So no wonder he's putting out multiple covers, because he needs to make that money. No?
Okay. So from my personal experience with artists, first of all, it depends on the publisher. But once you give them that original art, they can do what they want to with it. And most art or publishers aren't going to pay you for different variations. Huh?
Like, could you know how like the actors in the olden time had you wanted your show to be syndicated, right?
I mean, you could discuss those terms ahead of time and negotiate it. But again, that would depend on what Karen's saying. It depends on how he would negotiate that with the publisher. If he said, if you're going to reprint this every single time, you have to.
It happens to Friesen too, right? Like, it just happened, right? She had that Wonder Woman cover, and now we're seeing at C2E2. It's the same one, just recolored to be Absolute. And it's like, okay, does she get paid twice or just once?
Isn't it just foiled?
No, it's a different color. It's a different color.
I thought it was just foiled.
So if you look at it, it's the Wonder Woman Women's History thing. Mm-hmm. There's a good cover of the normal Wonder Woman. And then the one that is going to be at C2E2 is the same position, same everything, except they overlaid it with more reds and grays and made it more Absolute Wonder Woman instead.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing yet. Okay.
So, does she get paid twice or does she get paid once?
I would assume that the artist has to really lay down some ground rules when they sign on for the publishers.
So instead of getting mad at the artist for being like, oh, you have all these covers, if they're only getting paid once, and it's the publisher that's like, how do we milk this? Let's put out the same image 5 different ways.
The Mark Spears Vampirella was confusing as hell. Like, that was really confusing because there were so many different variations, and people were DMing like, is this the one in 20 or is this the one in 10 or is this the one in 15? I'm like, I don't know. Give me some time to like look into it, because it was like dark purple, light purple, green, purple, and it was just like electric purple. And I don't know. Maybe we could get Mark Spears on the show and he could discuss it himself.
Well, I get a question. So you're talking kind of going back to the oversaturation. Yeah. Is it just the oversaturation of seeing, for example, we're talking about Mark Spears, is it just, because basically, like Jen kind of put it, is the industry is like, hey, you guys are buying these comics. I'm going to get him and I'm going to put him on, Image and Marvel and DC, and, because he's hot, and then that's what I think what we saw with Peach. I remember her saying that she was doing 4 to 5 covers like a month or something that was insane because she was so popular. So I think it's just the nature of the beast. And it's just like, even from the big guy to the, us comic collectors who, want to sell something. When we know that something is popular, we sell it. I think that's just the nature of the industry. So I think when somebody is hot, per se, like Mark Spears, you're going to see him everywhere. And that's commercialism.
What did you tell the guy or person?
The one who DM'd. Okay, so actually there was a couple that DM'd, because we put out a Mark Spears book recently, and they're like, well, you haven't done one in a while. I'm like, well, the monsters, if you guys have they're kind of far apart. The monster series, like, it takes some time before the next issue. And I think they were doing that strategically. At first I thought that was because they didn't want to oversaturate, but then I think he's just so busy with these other projects.
Mm-hmm.
But what I told the person essentially was that same thing what Jen said. I cannot fault an artist for meeting the demand, and the demand is there. So what's the alternative? He says no and doesn't, you know what I mean? Like what do you want him to say? Do you want him to go, oh no, I don't want to work. I don't want to make any money this month. Like that to me doesn't sound realistic. I find it poor logic to say that just because one person says, oh, he's oversaturated, listen to the market. That would be my vote. If the market isn't selling him, then there's your answer. If one or two people are calling you like, oh, you're oversaturating. So.
And just means he's hot.
Yeah. Like, I don't think you can have the opinion of a couple of different people. Like, I mean, again, I've had people complain that they hate store exclusives, which obviously we do those a lot. And they're like, oh, it ruins the industry. I'm like, actually, I disagree. I think that it gives artists more work. I think it puts the title in more people's hands. I think that it's a good thing. It creates, aftermarket sales. It helps the economy. It helps the comic book economy, I should say.
And a lot of artists, that's their first, right? How many?
A lot of priority. Yeah. Yes. And then it's like, don't they get more money, the artists? Can they get more money out of that than actually getting, I don't know how that works, but I'm just assuming, like you said, they get more work. Like Spears right now, he's getting a lot of work. He not only through a publisher, but also doing the exclusives.
Yeah, and what about, have you guys ever heard of Coco Aspen and Sonia Montez?
Yes.
They're all over Zenescope. Who was their first cover? Yeah. So we started, I saw them online and I was like, oh my God, I want to get her on a cover or them on a cover. So we got them and then Zenescope saw it and basically took over. Is it Zenescope or Zenescope?
They poached them.
Zenescope.
They did poach them. They poached them hardcore, but it's fine because now they're working consistently.
Yeah. And
you can see like the first like 4 covers are all Bird City, then they're just gone. But that's a good thing because now they're out there. So anyway, all right. Sorry, getting on a tangent. Mark Spears fun. Next, Daredevil. Whose turn is it?
So Daredevil 58. This was on the list last week or the week before.
The week before, I think.
Okay, it's been on the list before, but this is the first Angela Del Toro, the 4th White Tiger. I still haven't seen the new Daredevil. It's not because. Wait, do you like it more now? Has it grown on you?
I will be the first to admit that episode 1, I was like, meh, not feeling it. Which everybody else was like, it's the best thing ever. Episode 2, okay, fine. I'm liking it more. Episode 3, I was actually more connected with. It was a little bit more dialogue, and I liked that because then I felt like, okay, now I'm actually bonding with them. So yes, to answer your question, I'm invested now.
Okay, cool. So I'm happy. I really want to watch it now. Like, and I've been wanting to watch it. It's the time right now has been tough. But this is a great Daredevil run. I'm supposing that this is on here because of the TV show. She's in it. Is she the White Tiger, or is it just Angela?
We already talked about the White Tiger, so it's not a spoiler to say she is.
Okay. Is the other one in here too?
Huh?
Is the guy's in here too, though, right? There's a guy, White Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it multiple iterations or just 2?
2.
Okay. So it's cool. It's cool to see this on there. Like this, I was hunting this for 2020.
Sam hasn't even asked me to watch it yet because I bet you he doesn't know it's out. But he's also been busy with work.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good one. I keep looking for the Sarah, help me out here. Is it Mac? David Mack?
Yes.
That's the cover I want, even though I know it's not technically her first appearance, but I think that's a good evergreen.
How about her first? Is it her first solo? Is the 4 minis?
I thought it was just her first cover.
Oh no, but then she has it's the White Tiger. It's like she went through 4, right? It's a mini. It's her first solo title.
Yeah. It's that all white cover and it's some guy Mac and she's like, yeah, that's the one I'm trying to track down. I don't know if I have this. I might.
Did you know that he did some of the art in the show?
Mac did?
Mm-hmm.
Did he do the? Did he do that white the rabbit in the snowstorm?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know he did. I think he did the Punisher logo. Laura, you know what I'm talking about? The one where it's got the city in it.
Yeah, that
cool.
one.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Do you see it on the thing, or do you see it on a building?
It's on a building.
That's cool. Could that be comic cover?
Wasn't that one of the Easter eggs you pointed out, Sarah?
Yeah. I know. Ryan, what's that?
Jen doesn't read our group thread.
No, I've been really busy. It was in the thread?
Yes.
Damn it.
I was like, Easter eggs.
Did you share a picture of it?
No, because I didn't want to spoil it because you're like, I'm not watching it.
But she put it on the radar, and then you're like,
okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, Laura, could you do that as an exclusive? It would be a photo variant.
Are we done with this one? I want to show you guys something.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Okay, if we're done with this, I want to show you something. This is just like a tiny little baby flex because we were talking about Mark Spears. And so this is the #1 5th printing that he just did, which no, I don't own one. And if you look at the very bottom, you guys can't see my cursor. In the credits here, he kind of lists out the community, and somebody sent me a screenshot. They're like, he put your name in there. So Laura Arroyo is right next to Swaggle, and who's on the other side? I can't tell. There's somebody. Red Hood's on here. He was so excited. So thank you to Mark if you are watching. I really, really appreciate that. I think it's a very cool gesture, and I will definitely track one of these down so that I can slab it. Isn't that kind of
a cool cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have done a glow in the dark or black light.
Yes.
Jen, you are in the wrong field. You need to go and work for a publisher and show them how to do things right, where they'll just sell so many copies of everything. Because you'll be like, that needs spot foil. That needs to be glow in the dark. That needs to be embossed.
And they're going to be like, you're spending too much money. And I'm like, but they're all cool.
Hey, they would sell. So, all right. Anyway, let's keep on cruising. So next up, this is different from what we normally do every week. Every week we kind of give you guys our picks, but last week, a little bit before last week, was Sarah's birthday. So we want to honor her as one of our valued members of Comic Book Women. These are her picks. Sarah, take it over.
Yeah. So I kind of picked out some that are kind of like on my hunting list. Some of these are also kind of like my all-time grails. So kind of starting all the way from the left-hand side, we've got Batman Adventures #12. This is the first appearance of Harley Quinn. The reason why I picked that is because I'm kind of like what Laura was saying it with Jay Lee is kind of switching from cover buys to kind of investment buying, something for the future. We know Harley Quinn is, not everyone, but a lot of people do love her. We've seen her in different iterations. I can see this as a future blue chip comic. And I'm sure there's going to be more stories to tell in the future. So
I think it already is a blue chip. This is already a blue chip.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Cool. But yeah, so that's why I picked this one. I'm kind of in the search for it. The next one is Catwoman #51. This is the Adam Hughes cover. Laura, what's the number on the placard? Do you remember?
Oh, don't tell me.
50-something. 50-something.
No, it actually means something on the sign. Is it a studio number? Shit. Hold on.
I don't know this tidbit.
No, yes. I remember thinking, that's why it's on the side.
We talked about it, but I can't remember what. Lost numbers?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. It's the lost numbers. Damn it, Jeffrey. He's right. The show lost. These are the numbers that are on the stinking. Damn it, Jeffrey. Duh, he was right. I don't mean damn it in a bad way. Like, good job, Jeffrey. Damn it.
Right? And this, I didn't even know that. Laura was the one that said this. I think I've used this cover many times in some of my favorites. And yeah. So very
I completely
cool.
forgot until you said something. I was like, wait, it was buried in my brain somewhere. I would have got there.
Right?
Thinking Fonzo.
But obviously this is Adam Hughes goodness. This is something that I've been looking since I started collecting comics 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It feels like it's been a while, but it really hasn't. But this is another one. I just love. I love strong females. I love boobalicious females. So this is just a fabulous cover. I love Catwoman. Since I've been little, I remember watching Batman 66 on reruns and just loving Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt, and I can't think of the other one, but
you went old school.
Oh, I love.
Oh my gosh, I was sitting there thinking like, Julie,
Eartha Kitt's like her purr. Holy crap!
Yeah, she was.
The outfit, the slinky, like groovy purple outfits that, you know, I remember seeing the Batman 66 movie and just like, you know, the fact that she had like little like cat, you know, glasses and her little like cat like headband. I just fell in love. I just love Catwoman. And so that's why we have, you know, this iteration here. And then another strong, badass female, we have Uncanny X-Men number 135. I just love this Phoenix cover. Phoenix is my all-time favorite comic book character cover besides Catwoman. I just love that she's, you know, you have Jean Grey, but then you have the Phoenix and then obviously the Dark Phoenix, which I just love that. Don't own it. I'm gonna own it. So, and then finally,
though, Lucy and I are thinking the same thing.
Didn't you buy?
I bought where she becomes the Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
she gets her Dark Phoenix powers. Yeah, there's, I think, was it 6 issues? I think the Dark Phoenix is like 6 or 7 sagas. So, but yeah, I also want, you know, obviously the first appearance of the Phoenix. Maybe someday I'll get that, but I am looking forward. I'm looking for it at C2E2. So cross your fingers. And then finally, we have Detective Comics number 122. This is the first cover appearance of Catwoman. Again, so old school. Love the primary colors. Love the yellows and the reds, and obviously the purple on Catwoman. And she's kind of like Robin slapping Robin. You know, a little bit slapping there. I love it. I love that. That she's just a strong, badass female, especially like during this time. You know, you really don't see like women being, you know, slapping teenage boys. So, but yeah, these are my
bring back slapping kids. That's what you're saying,
right?
Right. I'll
But
bring Adam in here. It's your birthday, right? No,
yeah. So yeah, these are some of my all-time Grail's favorite comics. Don't own any of them, but I will own them. So.
I don't own any of them, but these are my favorites.
They are. Hey, I'm putting it out in the universe. I'm going to C2E2. Putting good vibes out there. Yep.
Very cool. Well, happy birthday, Sarah. You are an incredible asset to this channel. Without you, the show wouldn't be the same. So,
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Love you guys.
Okay, that was it for us tonight on that sad, sobby note.
Oh, love you, Sarah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. Yeah, Covrprice, guys, check them out. They have all the con information that we were discussing at the very beginning of the show. So go over there. You can check that out. If you use our code, you can try them for a month for 99 cents. And Bird City Comics, we just recently released our Pop Kill Sveta Shabina cover. We are sold out of the metal and the naughty. I think we have 6 or 7 of the nice left and more to come in that vein, just saying. Yeah, so check out them too. Before we go, round table. No, I don't like you guys are all out of order. Jen needs to be there. It freaks me out when you guys do that. Don't do that. Jen has to be like right there. If she's not there, it just throws me all off. No, you're doing it
the other way. You're both doing that wrong.
No,
I'm doing my.
Nope. There. Laura? No, Laura. The other one? Yeah. Jen? No. There.
And then you go like
That
this.
was Jen.
No, Jen, you're doing it wrong. No, Laura. Laura. Look, I'm doing it with Sarah. No, Sarah, the other hand.
Right.
Sarah, no, to the other side. There.
See?
That's
Jen,
me and
put your
you.
hand on the other side.
You too, Laura. You too, Laura.
That makes no
You
sense.
too, Laura.
It has to be like this.
No.
No, there's
There, Laura. There.
No, Jen,
There.
other side.
Jen, the other side. There.
That makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Jen and I could be like this.
No, you're a mirror.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, are we? Is it a mirror?
Go back. Yeah. There. Yes. Sit. Laura, the other hand. Which one's your left?
Because it's touching her hand. Oh my
It's
god.
not.
No.
Did you not see it?
No,
I
because
have a master's degree.
I'm not over here. Right here.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna move on because I can see like we're being canceled as we speak. Round
Lord.
start with you. C2E2, you guys
Thank
are going
you.
without me. It's fine. Have a good time.
It's not like you're not invited.
I can't go. I'm going to see Matt Rife.
I know.
Who's Matt Rife? Oh wait, the comedian.
Yeah, like
Right?
that pretty boy looking comedian. Yeah, I'm going to see
Yeah,
him in San
okay,
Diego.
yes. You see? I'm right. I'm
Yes.
right.
How is Lucy right? Because then it would be like
Right. I'm right. You guys are doing it wrong. Thank you, Nimesh.
What? No, there's Anthony. Anyway, have fun in Chicago without me. It's fine.
I'm already.
I want less
exhausted.
pictures.
I'm already exhausted. Is that possible?
No, I'm
Yeah.
already exhausted too. I don't even
I'm
do
tired for you
comedy
guys.
work. Right.
Are you guys going to slab anything when you're there?
Yes.
Karen said, do you remember to stop at the comic book for kids booth and say hi?
Yes. I actually Covrprice because I you guys know Covrprice, right?
What?
I work for Covrprice.
What?
So Covrprice is a sponsor. Covrprice is a sponsor, one of the sponsors for the Comics for Kids booth, and I think we'll be there. We have certain.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Nimesh, that is cold-hearted. Nimesh just put, we're going to have dumplings without you, Aunt.
Without me?
Without us. Dumplings. Remember dumplings in Chicago?
It was delicious.
Oh, you just crushed Aunt. Oh, come here. We'll mourn together. That's so sad.
Next year, you guys going next year?
Let's go to Anaheim, Laura, Anthony. Let's go to Anaheim and let's go get dumplings while they're at C2E2.
We'll miss you guys in New York and we'll miss you in San Diego.
Dang, throwing shade. Wow.
I
The
didn't
dumplings
say
were
I
so
was
good.
crying. Emotions. Yeah. Sad.
Thank you.
Wait, Nimesh, are you going to New York? We think the only con we're doing this year will be New York.
When is that?
New York's on October 9th? 9th through the 13th, I think. Roughly.
Interesting.
That's our favorite. We love New York. We're going to bring out some. We might have a booth or we might just like partner up with an artist. We're not sure yet because it's just, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so Nimesh will be there. Boom. We'll take you out to pizza. We have this place, the guy calls me Bella. Hello, Bella. What would you like?
I think
I'm sure
he
he calls
might
everybody
just
Bella.
call. I was just about to say. I think he calls that to
No, he
every.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. Just for me. When I walk in, he goes, Bella. And I'm like, oh, you're not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Anyway.
Hey, Besos.
Pesos.
Pesos.
Okay, we're leaving. Goodbye, guys. On that note.